Hi guys, welcome once again to Extra Quick Farms. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a real experience I had recently with a customer and show you how to handle unpredictable situations with buyers, especially long distance buyers. I'm going to share what happened, what I did right, what I could have done better, and how I handled the entire situation, including lessons I have learned which may be invaluable for farmers who are upcoming or new farmers. So if you are interested in a video like this, please tag on to the end of the video, and also don't forget to like and to subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell when you subscribe so that anytime a new additional video like this comes up, you will not miss out. It's free to subscribe, so please do subscribe. So I had a farmer from Oshun State who wanted to buy pigs from my farm. He asked for payment details. I supplied transport options and everything, including payment details. In the beginning, everything seemed to be moving smoothly. And he told me that he was going to travel around 4 p.m. So I calculated and assumed that he would arrive by 8 p.m., which is the usual timing from Oshun to Lagos State. But along the line, his driver delayed. Then his vehicle had problems. Then they had to spend a lot of time trying to fix the vehicle in Ibadan. He arrived at 2 a.m. and was calling me from 2 to 4 a.m. Now, I didn't see his calls because, like most normal people, I went to sleep with my phone on silent. So I woke up at 4 a.m. and realized that he was calling and had sent a message that he was at the junction of the farm. I sent the farmhand's number to him because I'd already spoken with the farmhand to be ready because the man was coming that evening. However, the vehicle he had come with to come and pick the animal he paid for had already left. And so this buyer was now stranded in Ogun area. He was new to the place, didn't know what to do. And almost like hell broke loose. So let's pause for a minute and then learn a few things. The first thing I want to say is that always clarify the arrival of buyers in writing. This will save you a lot of tension in the future. Never assume anything that the customer says. If the customer says we are leaving by 4 p.m., do not assume that he will arrive by 8 p.m. Ask him specific questions. What exact time are you arriving? Then ask them, will you be picking the animal the same day or next morning? Ensure that you have these answers in writing, like SMS or WhatsApp messages. Clarity saves a lot of tension. So do not assume, clarify. In this transaction, what did I do right? So I offered transport options. I communicated directions clearly. I updated him of every step. I got my farmhand informed of what he was supposed to do before the animals are picked. I apologized immediately I saw his missed calls. I reassured him and ensured that I stayed respectful. There is no reason why you have to fight or flare up at your customer. You must remain respectful even though holding your ground. Keep calm. I kept the animals ready while he sorted out the transport. And I maintained professionalism throughout our dealings. Here are the things I should have done better. Number one, because he was coming to pick the animals, I thought he was arriving in the afternoon, so I had informed my attendant not to feed the animal. I left the animal hungry for a full day. Going forward, I would always make sure that animals are fed as and when they are supposed to be fed. The next thing, only prepare animals when pick-up time is confirmed. Next, I must have a clear pick-up policy. The policy that says that animals can be picked up from between 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. or between 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. Anything after that has to be rescheduled so that customers know before they come to the farm, and then you get to avoid all these problems. And so these are things I'm going to add as policies to my farm, especially when it comes to do with sales and pickups. My customer was very frustrated, and he was right to be frustrated because he had done a very long journey, had problems on the way with the vehicle. The stress was already enough. Then he arrived and couldn't reach me. And so this is really a reason for him to be frustrated. On top of that, he fell sick and he had to treat himself, was stranded in the place because he didn't know anybody around. And I was only very far away from my farm. It was not a very easy situation for my customer. But what should you do as a farmer or as the one selling in this situation? Make sure that you are always level-headed. Make sure you are calm and respectful. The Bible says that a soft answer turns away wrath. So when somebody is angry because they are under tension, you don't respond with anger or with harsh words. Rather, be calm and respond with soft words. My calmness stabilized the situation. And the next thing I want you to take note is the price negotiation and the budget limits of your animals. After this customer came in person, saw the animals on my farm, he was very impressed and he decided to get an extra animal. However, his budget was not up to the cost of the animal he wanted to get. I noticed that he had gone through stress. I really wanted to do something to help him. But these animals I have, my personal keeper girls that I didn't intend to sell, and they are very pricey. So what did I do? I decided to let him have it at a discount, even though the discount was far higher than the upper limit of his budget. I decided to make a payment plan for him. Now he'll pay the upper limit of his budget, and then once he goes back to do what is right by paying the balance, just to help him out. Now, somebody would want to reduce the price of the animal, but in my situation, I know the cost of keeping these particular animals. I keep records on my farm, and so I know exactly what it takes to keep each of these animals. And so I know that at a certain price, I'll be making a loss. So how did I handle the situation? I showed him clearly the value that he was getting from purchasing these animals. Then I also showed him how much in total discount that he had already received from the first purchase of a pregnant animal, and then what he was going to get from, or what I had already given him as discount on the purchase of this keeper goat of mine. That helped, and he decided to take the option of making payments now and then completing the payment later. I just chose to go on this based on trust. The lesson I learned was that when you handle difficult situations very well, it can give you more sales. You see. And I'm very happy this customer came here and he saw my animals. So he tells me that I would get a lot of referrals from him because he saw that the animals are very good animals. Well, very big, bigger than you usually see them in the videos. Now, lesson number 3. Know your price, your bottom lines, and stick to them. You see, you can make concessions, but only make concessions that are reasonable and will not make you run at a loss. If you reduce your prices too much because someone is emotional or has gone through a difficult time, you'll be setting your farm to make losses. And so know exactly what your costs are, know exactly what your bottom line is, and know what prices can make you at least break even or make profit on each animal. And lesson number 4, always set clear payment rules. First one, no animal leaves the farm until payment is confirmed. The next point is that if there will be balanced payment, document it. The next thing is that don't release multiple animals for someone who has paid for only one animal. And then the next lesson is that always record every agreement you have made. So what should a beginner farmer do or learn from this? The first thing is that always clarify pickup times. Number 2, don't assume anything. Number 3, communicate politely but firmly. You can be firm without being loud or harsh. Number 4, know your prices, your bottom line, and stick by them. Number 5, keep calm when customers are emotional. Number 6, ensure payments are confirmed before you release your animals. Number 7, have your farmhand ready only when pick-up time is confirmed. Number 8, treat every customer with respect, but protect your business. Number 9, document everything that you do. The experience I had with this farmer was challenging, but it also taught me powerful lessons for my business. Lessons that I have incorporated into running my business. Like I told you, my goal is to improve and become as profitable of a pig farm as possible. And so, yes, though it was a hard lesson, it was a good lesson that can prevent me a lot of problems in the future. If you are a new farmer and you want more real-world experiences like this and how to navigate them, especially if you want to run a profitable pig farming business or venture, then I would like to encourage you to subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell, and also like this video. Please like the video so that YouTube can recommend it to other people. YouTube will see that the video has been valuable to one person and they can recommend it to another person. Thank you very much for always watching. Once again, my name is Ayuam from Eshwa Pig Farms. Peace.